Art Marine was founded in 2015 by a group of recreational divers. Having grown up in Torbay and dived for most of our lives, we'd seen firsthand reef degradation, and we really wanted to do something about it, and there wasn't enough action being done. It was mainly sort of raising awareness of the problem, and so we really started Art Marine to become a company focused on accelerating reef creation on a global scale. My name's Tom Burbeck. I'm the founder and CEO at Art Marine. The RESP project stands for Reef Enhanced Scour Protection. So Scour Protection is often used for cables or monopiles or foundations. What we've sort of grown into and developed now over the past 10 years is a nature inclusive design company. And that term, that sort of phrase is relatively new. And I think what it essentially means is that you design a structure with nature in mind. And so you use the structure to become a net positive to the environment that it sits in. And so that then really opens up to us different applications to build reefs, because in the early days we couldn't find anyone to fund reef restoration. It's not high on people's agenda, no one's really responsible for it. So the nature inclusive design angle enables you to get into industries where there's a paying customer at the end of it, basically.
My name's Harrison Shaw, I'm the engineering manager for Art Marine. So the limitations of conventional scour protection around structures are that they're usually designed with large quantities of rock transported from long distances. They're also designed purely from an engineering perspective, and they don't tend to consider the habitat and the scientific and ecological features of the scour protection as well. So what we've tried to do with this project is combine both the engineering and the scientific targets and goals within the scour protection solution.
All made in the UK from recycled materials and a low carbon cement, and to really see how we can scale that and deliver it around an operational asset, because it's just a big leap to go from a concept to deploying something at scale around an operational asset.
My name's Samuel Hickling. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer at Art Marine. Alterations to the marine environment with structures are going to continue, and potentially the proliferation of these structures is going to increase in speed. So there's a demand for renewable energy generated from our oceans. There's continuing fossil fuel requirements from our oceans. There's coastal defense needs, ports and harbor infrastructure. All of these require alterations to existing ecosystems with artificial structures. So the sooner that we can introduce beneficial changes to how we design and produce those structures, the sooner that we can affect the future effects and therefore the scale of improvements to the life around it.
My name's James Murphy. I'm a project manager for Art Marine. One of the key developments that we wanted to integrate into the RESP project was that we were able to take or become a like-for-like replacement for existing products like granite boulders and replace them with the reef cubes without the installation contractors who have been doing this for many years, so that they didn't have to relearn a new methodology to do it or have to buy expensive new equipment to be able to install them, just to make sure that it was integratable into the market as quick as possible.
To be able to prove that a manufactured reef unit can not only restore the habitat, but also perform on par from an engineering perspective, has never been done.
The nature inclusive design process is innovative in engineering terms because it balances the ecological features and the engineering performance of the structure. What we're trying to prove here with RESP is that these solutions perform their primary engineering function, so for this as scour protection, but they also have another added benefit as well for the habitat side of things. So I think these types of solutions really drive the leading edge of what can be done, and this should become standard practice in the marine industry and further afield as well.
Because of the Horizon Europe guarantee, we were able to attract further finance in forms of investment and commercial buy-in from RWE. That then allowed us to grow the team, and that really was the Kickstarter, I think, for the company to grow into its next level. And I don't think we would have got that without it, because we were still just sort of 4 people trying to get off the ground. But this was our first proper project.
My main advice to other startups or scale-ups looking to secure innovation funding for innovative projects is to just keep trying, to keep sculpting your projects. If project has merit and you truly believe that, then keep sculpting it, and iteratively it will get better and you will succeed. It's certainly strengthened international collaboration across deployment to energy developers, vessel providers. I think it's been a fundamental stepping stone in scaling up our capabilities, but that's been alongside the capabilities of some large international partners that we wouldn't have been able to work with otherwise.
So we've gone on to win work with Total Energies, BP, RWE, SSE, all in the same space, but now we're a company with a proven track record. I think the RESP project helped us position ourselves for future growth because it de-risked the technology and it allowed RWE to be first, and now it's a lot easier for other developers to say, oh, they've done it before, it works, I've got more confidence that this will work for us. And so it's really put us now higher up at the TRL level, the technology readiness level, for this to be adopted by all developers. So I think it just put us, it's positioned us well to be market leaders now.